Welcome to Week 10 in Review. Brought to you this week in the new locker room for the Clash City Rockers and the Peanut Butter Jelly headquarters new bathroom. You guys will be taking advantage of this draft night next year. We'll give you a closer look at that later on too. Here we go. So let's see. We had a couple of big come from behind wins on Monday night's Cardinals and 49ers game. Pilot Light scored 30 on Monday night for their comeback win to beat Mr. Bill's gang 83-68. And the Monkeys scored 43 points on Monday night for their come from behind win against Master Killer 85-62. Let's take a look at those two games. For the Pilot Lights, 83. Drew Brees comes through huge in this one. He scores 29 to lead the way on 422 yards passing and 2 touchdowns. He did have 3 interceptions in that to kind of keep him under that 30-point mark, but Drew Brees just on fire. Anquan Bolden, 22 of those 30 points, the other 8 coming from the Cardinals defense. Only 2 in double digits, but both huge double digits. Mr. Bills put 3 in double digits, led by Phillip Rivers with 22 points. Jamal Lewis had 14 and the Ravens D had 16. In that other come from behind win, the Monkeys 85 points. They put 4 players into double digits. They were led by Kurt Warner with 33 points on 328 yards passing and 3 passing touchdowns. Also scoring big was Antonio Gates with 12 and Larry Fitzgerald 10 and LT had 10. For Master Killer, only 1 player in double digits, and that 1 player went Thursday night, Jay Cutler. Master Killer gets off to a huge start. Gets 41 points on 447 yards passing and 3 touchdowns from Jay Cutler, and then not another player reaches double digits. The rest of the team totals only 21 points. Not a good turnout for Master Killer. High score of the week. Simon, Super Simon, scores 121 to the Cats with Guns 74. They put 5 players in double digits, led by Maurice Jones-Drew with 27 on 70 yards rushing and 3 rushing touchdowns. McNabb had 26. Moelde Moore had 21. The Panthers D also had 21, and John Carney had 12. For Cats, they put 3 players into double digits. They were led by Reggie Wayne with 19. Michael Turner had 15, and Brett Favre had 12. Big doings with Cats with Guns and Big Daddy on the old trading block this week. So tune in for more of those trades. Moving on, Clash City Rockers, second highest score of the week, 118 versus Sheboygan Headbangers. Chopper had the 4th highest score in the league. Unfortunately, like I said, I was number 2. So Chopper falls even though he scores 95 points. For the Rockers, they put 5 in the double digits, led by Adrian Peterson with 34, 192 yards rushing and 1 touchdown. What else we got there? D'Angelo Williams with 22, a career high, 140 yards rushing and 1 touchdown. Sounds great for the running backs. Unfortunately, Thomas Jones on the bench in this one with 3 touchdowns and scored 34 points. Actually, that whole Rockers bench, 93 points on the bench. Doesn't really matter though. Sage Rosenfeld gets 10. Roddy White gets 12. Jets D with 30. Jets D comes through big on that one. 3 players in double digits for the Headbangers, led by Brandon Jacobs, continues to roll, 24 points. Kellen Winslow 23 in that Thursday nighter, and Garrard with 22. The third team to reach the 100-point mark this week were the Chili Dogs. They beat up on Loose Cannons 101-73. The Dogs put 4 into double digits. They were led by Eddie Royal with 164 yards, including that 93-yard touchdown reception in Thursday night's game. Lots of points scored in that Thursday night game. Peyton Manning versus number 1 D came up big. 27 points on 240 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. Neil Rackers had 11 and the Titans D had 12. Only 2 in double digits for the Cannons. They were led by Tony Gonzalez. Tony Gonzalez, big game there. Not calling that name too often this year. Tony had 113 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns for 25 points. Ryan Grant was the other double-digit player with 13. Last but not least this week, we got the Pitons and Big Daddy. Pitons scored 70 to Big Daddy's 29. Big Daddy knocking on the door. of that low score, but unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you want to look at it, he was able to come up with 3 points to keep Alec in that #1 spot. Let's see, Pitons did put 4 in double digits. They were led by Matt Forte with 18. Colston had a big game finally with 140 yards receiving. No touchdown though, good for 16 points. Jaguars D had 15, Jason Elam had 10. Only 1 player in double digits for Big Daddy. That was Gus Farrat with 12. Sammy Morris, he's injured, didn't even play, 0. Bernard Berrien, 0. Some guy named Rosario, 0. Lavernius Coles, 1. Not looking good for Big Daddy, but like I said, he's making a lot of roster moves, seeing what he can do going into this home stretch. Okay, so speaking of the home stretch, we have, what do we got going on? We got 4 games left. 4 games left. The Quagmire division, all teams at 500 above, not a single team that's more than 2 games out there. We've got in the Bryan division, Pilot Lights leading the way, 7-3. Cats with Guns staying close, 6-4. I got a little rocker in here. The Monkeys, 4-6, looking pretty good with 2 wins in a row. They're still in it. Big Daddy needs a lot of help, but they're still in it. The Stewie division, also looking like a 2-team race with the Chili Dogs at 6-4, Mr. Bill at 4-6, Master Kill and Sheboygan Headbangers both 3-7. At this point, nobody out of it with 4 games left. Everybody's still in this. Everybody's still in this. So, speaking of that, we got week 11 games to look forward to. Loose Cannons take their 6-4 record, the #2 ranked team in the Quagmire division, going up against the Pilot Lights, the #1 team in the Bryan division. Like I said in my bold predictions, the Loose Cannons, they have a devastating end to the season. They got a rough road. So we'll see what they can do. Larry's lost 2 in a row. #1 in that Quagmire division, Clash City Rockers are going up against the Hot Monkeys. Monkeys and Rockers both riding 2-game win streaks going into this one. Monkeys 4-6, but nothing to laugh at. They're the #5 ranked power team and a big score. So we'll see what happens there. Chili Dogs, they have a bye this week. Oh, I'm sorry, never mind. Actually, they play Big Daddy. They do have a game. It's not a bye. They do play Big Daddy. Sheboygan Headbangers, Master Killers try to keep their playoff hopes alive as they go up against 2 tough teams, the Cats and Super Simon, respectively. Quick look at the pick'ems. 3 teams went 5-1 this week. The Pitons had a total. The Pitons, the Pilot Lights, both went 5-1. They're up to 34 and 33 points respectively for 2nd and 3rd place. But the Rockers, they went 4-2. That was enough to hold on to 1st place by 3 as they're sporting a 37-point total. All right, so let's see what we got here. We got a minute and a half left. Let me show you around real quick. We got the plumbing rough-in. Hold on to that, boy. All right. All right, so here we go into the new Peanut Butter Jelly Time headquarter bathroom. You flip this over, bring it back. Look at that, boys, a shower so you can sober yourself up after a hard night's draft. We'll have a toilet rough-in right there. And we've got the sink rough-in right here. Nice little concrete job down on the bottom. We did get the rough-in for our laundry tub. So if you really get hammered, you can come in there and puke in that sink too. And then on this side, as we walk into our big open area, we'll see the most important rough-in right here. That rough-in for the bar sink. Got a couple of pipes coming down there, and our sink drainage that runs behind that. Alright, so as you can see, we do got a lot of plastic up. We were trying to keep the dust down or commit a murder, one or the other. But that's it. That's it. Looking pretty good. So from Peanut Butter Jelly Time headquarters, under construction, looking pretty good. We will check you later.